y'all, welcome back to my channel. Be for real, I am Britt. So I'm coming to y'all with a new video, my quick vegan dips. If you are not subscribed, you already know what to do. Tap that button, boop, and turn those notifications on so you do not miss a beat. We are doing quick vegan dips. I got for y'all the buffalo chicken dip. I got for y'all some spinach artichoke dip, and I also got a 7-layer taco dip for y'all. I am not playing today. If you have been watching my videos, you know I do not like to waste your time, so we are going to go ahead and hop right into the video. So Jackfruit will be making an appearance today up in our buffalo chicken dip. Now what you see me doing here is cutting off the hard parts of the jackfruit. I like to call this the gristle. Okay, if you are familiar with the gristle on meat, if you are a meat eater or you used to eat meat, you just newly turned vegan, then you may or may not know what the gristle is. So essentially, we are cutting off the tougher parts of the jackfruit, which is typically that top thin layer. You'll be able to feel it, and then that triangle part towards the center of the fruit. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get rid of that. We don't need that. And then you want to keep that meat like texture that's in the middle there, and we're just going to go ahead and get rid of all the seeds as well. Now if you want a simpler option, you can always go ahead and buy some pre-made vegan chicken. Sure, go ahead, be my guest. But I wanted to actually try it with jackfruit today. That is my option. But if you ain't got time for all that, then go ahead and buy a vegan meat substitute. Okay, so with the jackfruit, this should be an end result. You could do this with your hands or 2 forks. I like mine on the more shredded side, so I used 2 forks. We're just going to go ahead and toss that up in a bowl, and we are going to get this popping. So I used the Diet Homestyle Ranch. I got this from Whole Foods. I put in about a 1/2 cup. I used the Tofutti. Is it the Tofutti? Tofutti. Tofutti? I don't know how I like that. Anyways, I'm taking 1 package of that. We're putting the whole thing in there. Yup. Slap it in. You want this to be at room temperature, so sit it out about a 1/2 hour before you plan to make the dip so it could be soft enough to mix. Next, we are throwing in our buffalo sauce. You can of course use whatever buffalo or hot sauce you would like. I'm using my man Steve and Ed. We are going to throw in 3/4 cup of the buffalo sauce right up in the mix. I'm also going to add in about a 1/2 cup of some Diet cheddar cheese. I'm also going to add about 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast just to, you know, cheese it up a little bit. And then I'm going to throw in about a teaspoon of onion powder and a teaspoon of garlic powder. So I'm just going to go ahead and mash this up. We want to flick our wrist all up on this, get this nice and well incorporated. As you can see, I did not leave my cream cheese out long enough, but we got there. Okay, we made it work. So as y'all can see, y'all see what's happening right here? You see what's going on? You see it? Y'all see it. Moving right along, I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees. I'm using a 1.5 quart loaf pan. We're just going to slide this right up in there. You know, just slide it right on in. And we are going to go ahead and bake this for about 20 minutes because you want everything to just bubble and get, you know, y'all know. Don't mind this part. I was just hungry and hyped, and it was looking so good. You know how you just dance when you about to eat? Just me? It can't be just me. So once the 20 minutes are up, I did go ahead and put it on that top rack and go ahead and broil it for about 5 minutes because that's what's going to give me that nice little, you know what I'm saying? This is going to give me that. But y'all see that bubble? Like, bruh, look at that. This is what you want. Okay, if this is not what you have, put it back. Just throw it in the trash. And for those who may ask, I did leave that oven door cracked while I broiled it for the 5 minutes. I was just nervous. I didn't want it to burn. But yeah. So I just, you know, put some veggies on the side. Got some carrots, some celery, some blue corn chips, and boom. There you go. There it is. Moving right along to our vegan spinach and artichoke dip. Here you just see me roughly chopping up the artichokes. I do recommend you getting the marinated artichokes. I feel like they would work best. But I'm just going to roughly chop up 1 can of artichokes here. Look a little something like that. And spinach and artichoke dip is one of my favorite dips. Like, it could really go toe to toe with the best of them. Okay, let's argue. So here I'm just going ahead and throwing in some frozen spinach. I definitely thawed it out. and drained it. I'm also going to throw in a package of this Tofutti cream cheese. To this, we are going to add 1/4 cup of some vegan sour cream. This is also made by our people's Tofutti. Yo, somebody correct me in the comments if I'm pronouncing this wrong, because this sounds so crazy to me. To this, I added a strong tablespoon of some minced garlic. I added in some salt, some pepper. I also added in some red crushed pepper. Now, this is optional. I like a little spice on the end of my food, so I added that in. I'm also going to add in about a 1/2 cup of some vegan mozzarella cheese. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I prefer follow your heart mozzarella cheese, but diet was all I could get at the time. But if you do make this, I do strongly recommend using the follow your heart brand instead of diet. And once again, I cannot stress how important it is to make sure your cream cheese is at room temperature, because I had to strongly flick my wrist on this joint, like strongly. Okay, it took some elbow grease to get this thing right, but we got it. So we are just going to go ahead and toss that up into our 1.5 quart loaf pan. You know, multi-purpose pans around here gets all the coins worth. We still gonna have our oven at 350 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and bake this for about 15 minutes. Boom, you see my there we go. Shimmy, I'm hungry, let's go. And with this, I will be doing the same thing I did with the buffalo chicken dip. After the 15 minutes is up, I will be placing it on that top rack to let it broil for about 5 minutes. With this, I did spray on some cooking oil just to help it brown on the top. But I did go ahead and broil it for about 5 minutes to get that top a little crisp. But look at that. Okay, you are going to come out with spinach and artichoke goodness. It is a wrap. And last but most definitely not least is our 7-layer taco dip. So I'm just getting some walnut taco meat popping. I have 1 cup of walnuts, 1 cup of black beans. I'm just adding some spices to this. Keep in mind, I will have a full list of the ingredients in the description box listed below, so you will not miss out. Check out the description box. It will tell you all you need to know. So I placed all the ingredients into our food processor here. You should have something that looks like this, and boom, we are going to move right along and get our taco dip layer. I'm starting out with some refried beans, vegan of course. Now the type of pan you use to make this depends on how much you are looking to make. So I'm just using the largest size. I want to say this is about 4 cups Pyrex bowl. So we're just going to go ahead and get a layer of the refried beans on the bottom here. I use almost about the entire can to get that first layer. Then we're going to spoon in our guacamole. I will have a guacamole recipe listed in the description box below. So if you guys would like to utilize mine, feel free to do so. But we'll go ahead and spread that in as the second layer of our dip. Now, I ain't even going to lie, y'all. I ain't even count how many layers. I think it's 7 layers. We're going to say it's 7 layers, all right. Next, we are throwing in our walnut taco meat. You can, of course, buy a vegan beef substitute crumble and just go ahead and season that and toss that in if you would like. But I was trying, you know, get some nutrients. So I went ahead and made this walnut taco meat, and that will be the next layer of our taco dip. Next layer is our vegan sour cream by Tofutti in them. We're just going to go ahead and spread that all on. Next is our salsa. You could, of course, use pico de gallo if you would like. I chose to just use some generic salsa. Went ahead, put that on, slap that in there. And quick tip, if you are taking this somewhere to go show off, you could go ahead and take a paper towel just to clean around the edges, so that way your layers are neat and it look like you done stepped right out of Food magazine, okay? So last but not least, we are going to top this off with some sliced red onions, some cilantro, and some scallions, you know, for the aesthetic. So that is it. This is our taco dip. If I am going somewhere, I am about to show off. I just love the colors. Like, everything is just popping with the red and the green. It just, it's pretty. Like, it's just pretty. But we have come to the end of the road, y'all. I thank you guys, as always, for watching. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. I promise to try to not make you guys wait so long for new recipe videos. But, you know, life and all that. But thank you guys again, and I will see you in my next video.